The developer's salary premium is dead. And most of you have not figured it out yet. For 15 years, being a software engineer meant one thing. You win. Premium salary. Recruiters in your inbox every week. Counter offers. Signing bonuses. Stock grants that doubled your comp. You were not just employed. You were the economy's favorite child. In 2025, tech salaries grew 1.6%. That is the lowest number in 15 years. The recruiter who compiled that data said, quote, 1.6 is the lowest we have ever seen. That is below inflation. Your salary went backwards. Inflation in 2025 ran over 3%. So your 1.6% raise was not a raise. It was a pay cut they dressed up as a reward. And 66% of employers said they are keeping salary budgets tight through 2026 because of, quote, economic stability concerns. Let me show you what the data actually looks like. Look at this chart. Tech salary growth in 2022, 5.2%. 2023, 3.5%. 2024, 2.9%. 2025, 1.6%. 2026 projected, the same. Each year, the number gets smaller. The trajectory is not flat. It is a cliff. ADP tracked 75,000 developers across 6,500 companies for 6 years. Developer pay grew 24%. The average American worker grew 30%. Developers lost to the national average. Let that number sink in. Walmart greeters got bigger raises than software engineers. And this is the employment index. Developer employment peaked in late 2019. Then it dropped in 2022. Then again in 2023. By 2024, the index sat 17% below 2018 levels. Companies are not just paying you less. They are hiring fewer of you. Senior software developers saw 10% year-over-year drops in base compensation. Mid-level SQL developers, 7% drops. The only roles getting raises are AI engineers with a 12% premium. Everyone else is standing still or falling behind. But it gets worse. Because the jobs you are applying to do not exist. 93% of HR professionals admit they post ghost jobs. 45% say they do it regularly. 48% say occasionally. That survey was 918 HR people confessing to your face. A ghost job is a listing with no intention to hire. The company posts it to look like they are growing. Or to collect resumes for later. Or because their ATS auto-reposts stale listings and nobody bothered to turn it off. 27% of all LinkedIn job listings are ghost jobs according to ResumeUp AI analysis. Look at the difference between what you see and what is real. You see 250,000 open software engineer positions. But 67,000 of those are ghost listings. You see companies actively hiring. But 66% of CEOs froze hiring through 2026. You apply in 2 clicks. But the hire rate from job boards is 0.5%. The job market is a mirage. And here is the kicker. Tech, publishing, and software development are the worst sectors for ghost jobs. Companies with 1,000 to 5,000 employees, the mid-sized startups that developers love, have ghost job rates near 25%. Los Angeles leads the nation at 30.5% fake listings. You are grinding through take-home assignments for positions that were filled 6 months ago, or never existed at all. Now here is where it gets interesting. The market is not just shrinking. It is splitting in two. AI and ML engineer roles saw 88% year-over-year growth in demand. Cloud and DevOps, 12%. Cybersecurity, 9%. General software engineer, 1.6%. Front-end developer, barely holding. SQL and database developers, -7%. The market split clean in half. AI-augmented developers command a 20 to 30% salary premium over traditional coding roles. The era of being a full stack developer who knows a little React, a little Node, a little Postgres, that developer is now a commodity. There are 100,000 new CS graduates every single year competing for those same generalist roles. Computer science degrees more than doubled in a decade. From 51,000 in 2014 to 112,000 in 2023. And enrollment is still climbing at nearly 7% per year. The supply of generalist developers is infinite. The demand is not. A generalist is now a commodity. A specialist commands a premium. An AI-augmented developer has a survival advantage. And a pure coder with no specialization is going extinct. Even FAANG is not safe. Amazon total compensation packages dropped 20 to 30% from their 2022 peaks. Meta slashed RSU refreshers by 10% or more. Entry-level FAANG engineers went from 220,000 total comp to 170. The golden ticket does not shine like it used to. And now for the part nobody talks about. Invisible unemployment. Jason Lemkin at SAASTR coined this term for 2026. Invisible unemployment is not about layoffs. It is about the jobs that never get created. When someone quits, the company does not backfill. They replace that person with an AI agent. Or they just redistribute the work. The headcount shrinks quietly. No headlines. No severance packages. No LinkedIn posts saying, "Excited to announce I was let go." Tech unemployment hit 5.7% in January 2026. The national average was 4%. For the first time in decades, tech workers are more unemployed than the average American. Tech workers are no longer special. Computer science graduates have a 6.1% unemployment rate. Computer engineering graduates, 7.5%. CS ranks 7th highest in unemployment among all college majors. The degree that was supposed to be recession-proof is now one of the hardest to land a job with. 168,000 laid off in 2023. 152,000 in 2024. 127,000 in 2025. And 56,000 already in 2026, and it is only March. That is 736 people per day losing their jobs in tech this year. And while companies slash headcount, they are simultaneously filing for H-1B visas. Microsoft laid off 15,000 people in 2025 while applying for 4,712 H-1B visas. Amazon approved over 12,000 H-1B slots while cutting teams. Senators from both parties sent letters demanding answers. The companies said, "The layoffs and visas are unrelated." Sure they are. So who killed the developer salary premium? It was not one thing. It was a perfect storm. Oversupply of graduates flooding the market. AI reducing how many developers companies need. Ghost jobs making the market look healthier than it is. CEOs obsessed with doing more with less. And remote work opening every role to global competition. Every B2B CEO wants to run a leaner team in 2026. Flat headcount paired with strong revenue growth. Higher revenue per employee. That is the new religion in the C-suite. And it means far fewer jobs as companies scale. The 2018 playbook of raise around, hire 50 engineers, figure it out later, that is dead. Companies want 5 engineers doing the work of 50. And AI is giving them just enough cover to try. Look at the difference between 2021 and 2026. 5% annual raises became 1.6. Multiple competing offers became 200 applicants per role. Signing bonuses became ghost jobs. Recruiters begging you became total silence. Remote equaling premium pay became remote equaling global wage competition. And junior roles everywhere became junior roles vanishing. 5 years. That is all it took. 5 years to collapse an entire labor market advantage. All right. Doom is fun, but it does not pay rent. Here is what actually works in 2026. Specialize or die. Own your distribution. Build in public. Stack credentials that matter. And stop applying blind into the ghost job void. The data is screaming at you. AI engineers get 88% more demand. Cloud engineers get 12% premium. Cybersecurity experts are in a genuine shortage. Pick a lane. Go deep. The generalist full-stack developer with 3 years of React and a portfolio of to-do apps is competing with 100,000 new graduates every year. You cannot win that game. Stop playing it. Think of it like code. The old strategy was spray and pray. 500 applications. No customization. Any software engineer role. 0.5% response rate. The new strategy is surgical precision. Pick a niche. Build distribution through writing, open source, and talks. Network through warm intros. The result, they come to you. Job boards have a 0.5% higher rate. 93% of those listings might be ghosts anyway. The developers who are thriving right now are not on LinkedIn clicking easy apply. They are building things people can see. They are writing about problems they solved. They are speaking at meetups. They are getting referred by humans who vouch for them. That is the new game. AI-augmented developers earn 20 to 30% more than traditional developers. Not AI engineers. AI-augmented. Meaning, regular developers who use AI tools effectively to ship faster. You do not need to build the models. You need to use them better than the person sitting next to you. The developer's salary premium is not dead. It moved. It moved from the job title to the skill set. From the degree to the distribution. From the resume to the reputation. Here is your new reality. The comfortable middle of software engineering, where you could be decent at your job, collect $150K, and coast for decades, that is being hollowed out. The top 10% of developers will earn more than ever. The bottom 50% will watch their wages flatline while inflation eats their savings. The question is not whether you are a developer. It is what kind. Specialize deep. Build your own distribution. Augment your work with AI. Network through actual humans. And own your career like a product, not a lottery ticket. Adopt. Or stagnate. If this video made you uncomfortable, good. That means you are paying attention. Subscribe for more uncomfortable truths about the tech industry. Hit the bell. I will see you in the next one.